Okay, here we go. We're looking at a reading on what we call the Reconstruction Amendments to the United States Constitution. I want to go over this with you so that you're careful enough to know what you're looking at, to know how to attack these source materials, and how I lay it out so that when it comes to time to take a test, you can intelligently reflect on it. So let's look at the overview. I'll read it to you. It's right up here. This document, by the way, is available. It's in along with this. It's on the assignment number 3 listed for today, which is the 15th of December. An amendment is an addition to an original document to expand or redefine an idea or provisions that are made in an original document. It's an addition. The United States Constitution lays out the fundamental laws of our country and was passed by 13 original states by 1789 and has been amended 27 times over the past 230 plus years of its existence. So the Constitution has 27 additions to its original document. Thus, the United States Constitution has 27 amendments that either clarify or change the original Constitution. By that year, the first 10 amendments, known as the Bill of Rights, were added. These amendments provided a guarantee of citizen rights, including the freedoms of speech, assembly, religion, and petitioning the government that are guaranteed in the First Amendment, the right to bear arms and a well-regulated militia set out in the Second Amendment, the rights of the accused in the protection of personal privacy, which are listed in the Fifth and Sixth Amendments. Those are among those in the Bill of Rights. We have learned how the existence of race-based slavery denied these rights to Black Americans, and that sectional differences in this area would drive the country to civil war. The victory of the Union in that war would end sectional debate and lead to the passage of these Reconstruction Amendments we will analyze below. So when the Civil War was over, when the Union was reconstructing, they added 3 amendments to the Constitution which explicitly clearly deal with some of the conditions that had divided the country in the preceding decades. So each reading we've listed below, it has some helpful analysis. It will help you understand the source. Each source also has questions. Use the text to help you use those text questions to help you recite your learning. They will be the basis for quiz questions after you've read. So I just want to briefly scan what documents we're looking at right here. So we know what amendments are. We know that they deal with the fundamental law of the country and adding to it and additions to it. We know the Bill of Rights are the first 10 amendments to the Constitution. So we're going to look at the 13th Amendment, which is our first reading. It was amended in 1865 right here. So I give you the text of the 13th Amendment. It's relatively short. And I give you some helpful analysis, which I'm not going to read now, but you'll need to read that carefully to understand what some of these terms mean, like involuntary servitude. What's the big deal about this? And by the way, when you see the word jurisdiction, jurisdiction means where the law speaks. Juris is Latin for law, and diction is like speaking. So we're talking about law here. There are key questions along with every source too. Those key questions, when you're done reading the source, you should be able to answer those questions in your head. These are going to be on a test to check your understanding of the information we have here. So please read them carefully. Now, reading 2 is not an amendment to the Constitution. It's something called the Black Codes. And I give you an overview of what they are here, which you'll need to read. And then we have the examples of Black Codes listed right here. So like the first source, I give you some helpful hints for analysis and key questions that will help you prepare for a quiz. Again, if you can't answer these questions, you probably didn't read carefully enough and need to reconsider your reading. Remember, as you read with a purpose. Reading 3, we get back to the Constitution. We're looking at the 14th Amendment. So again, I provide you an overview. Read the overview very carefully. Notice in the 14th Amendment, there are 5 sections to it. We're really going to only focus primarily on Section 1, listed right here. Again, I give you some helpful hints to understand it. The Constitution is not supposed to be overly complex, but it is important enough that it is argued quite frequently in the Supreme Court by some of the country's most trained lawyers. We have the key questions. The 4th reading is the 15th Amendment. That's the last reading we have for this assignment here. Overview, I'll type an overview in for you for that. And then I don't have that put in yet. We have just one section. This is very simple. I provide you with some helpful hints to consider why is this important? How is this historically connected to what we're studying? And then we have, again, the key questions. Okay, folks, so when you open this, read it carefully and then prepare for number 4 is the quiz, and you want to be able to ace that quiz. All right, folks, good luck.